welcome and thank you for watching Cooking with Ash. I hope you guys are enjoying all the amazing recipes I have been posted. If you're loving those recipes, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button below. I've prepared an amazing recipe for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get right into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Ash. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's recipe is going to be a Puerto Rican recipe and it's called Rellenos De Papas. And of course, it's not a Guyanese recipe, but I love to experiment in all different culture foods and make it. And of course, the Puerto Rico is in the Caribbean, so they have like same influence and food background as other Caribbean islands, and I really do enjoy this. It reminds me of a shepherd's pie, but instead of ground lamb, we're using ground beef. Or you can say it reminds me too of a chicken ball where we're using ground beef and potato instead of cassava and chicken. So these are the ingredients we will be using for that. We're gonna start with the preparation of the potato. And here I have like 1.5 pounds of russet potato and salt. So basically we're gonna cut these up. And you wanna keep them all the same size. Any nicks you see on it or any bad pieces, we can eliminate that. So basically what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna cut these into chunks, salt my water, and I'm gonna put them to boil. So I'm gonna come back when I finish cut these babies up and show you the next step. Guys, I forgot to mention, we're using the skin on the potato, and make sure you wash your potato really well. So basically scrub the skin, like get out any of the dirt, the excess dirt on it. I just wanted to mention that to you guys. And as you see, I'm pulling out all these nicks that the potato have or dark marks on them. And I'm going ahead and still chunk these up. This is very delicious. I enjoy this. The first time I had it was at the Puerto Rican store. And I'm like, okay, we gotta try this recipe. And I'm sure when you guys try it, you're gonna enjoy it as well. Okay, so basically this is what our chunk potato look like. I'm just gonna salt it and I'm gonna fill this pot up with some water, like right above the potato, and see in the next step. I'll show you when I fill it up. So guys, basically this is what I did. I just add water to it. It's already salted. We're gonna bring this to a boil and then I'm gonna show you the next step in the preparation of our meat. Okay guys, so the next step is preparing our ground beef filling for our potato. So I have here my ground beef. I have it in a paper towel. The OCD in me, I have to wash my meat. So not a lot of people wash ground beef, but I do. And this is how I do it. So I'm showing you guys the step. I have the paper towel lined inside of a colander, you would say. And now I'm just gonna squeeze some lemon into this. And you wouldn't vigorously wash the ground beef as you would other meat, but like I said, the OCD in me, I have to wash my meat. So basically that's what I do. I add the lemon to it, and the water is, add some water, and the water is gonna start drain from it. And you could use a cheesecloth for this too. It'll do the job perfectly fine. And I'm just basically pressing out the water out of this. So I'm gonna leave it to sit and let some of that bloody water run out of it. So I'm just gonna leave it there for a little bit, and some of the bloody water is gonna run out of it, and then I'm gonna come and pull my paper towel together and squeeze some of the liquid out of this meat back. So that's how I wash my ground beef. So guys, basically these are the other ingredients that we're gonna add to our ground beef that we're gonna fry up it in. So I have here the egg, and the cornstarch is gonna be added to the potato, but I just bring it in here for you guys to see. So we're gonna be using some cornstarch and egg, and that would be added to the potato when it's finished to form it into like a ball. So here we have some sofrito, black pepper, and tomato sauce. So basically the sofrito, it's a Puerto Rican green seasoning that they use to cook. If you can't find sofrito, you can make your own. The ingredients in sofrito is basically peppers, onions, cilantro, garlic, some vegetable oil, and salt. So that's what they put in their sofrito. So this is what we're gonna use to fry up our ground beef. We're gonna head over to the stove and we're gonna start that cooking process. So we have about 2 tablespoons of oil heating up here. To this, I'm gonna add our ground beef that we washed. So I try to get most of the water out that I previously add to wash it. And I'm cooking this on high heat. In goes our black pepper, salt, and remember guys, everything I'm using will be listed in the description box below along with the measurement. And in goes our sofrito. That is going to flavor the ground beef really well. And the tomato sauce. And I'm going to combine this, work it into the meat. And this smells amazing already. The high scent from the sofrito. So I'm basically gonna leave this to fry down, and I'm gonna come back and show you the consistency we're looking for. So guys, our potato, we're gonna test it to see if it's ready to come out. And boom, it's ready. When the knife goes straight through like that, it's ready. We don't want it too soft because then it's gonna be mushy. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna strain that out. So guys, here we have a sheet pan. I just put some foil paper for easy cleanup. We're going to transfer our potato here, and we need our potato to come to room temperature or cool down. There we go. We're just going to leave the potato there, and it's going to come down to room temperature, and then we're going to start the other step of breaking this down further. Guys, this is what our ground beef look like. It's well cooked down, and it's smelling and it tastes delicious. It's well seasoned from the sofrito. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I'm just gonna turn this heat off because this is finished, and I'm gonna let it cool down before we start to stuff it into our potato filling. Come to room temperature. What we're gonna do now, we need to soften this. So I'm adding it to my cake mixer. If you have a hand mixer, you can use a hand cake mixer. You can use a fork to break it up, but you just have to get it smooth, most of the lumps out of it. So I'm just adding it to our mixer. I'm gonna save the sheet pan because we're gonna use it back. So I have about 3 eggs. Chances are we might use 2 or 3. It depends on the mixture. basically creaming the potato up, breaking it down to get it to that like nice fluffy texture. Now we're gonna start adding our egg to this. Let me just add our cornstarch in, get that in. In goes the cornstarch. And this is gonna all help us to bind this mixture really well. So I'm adding our egg. And I'm letting it incorporate really well into the potato. So we're gonna do a test on this to see if the potato is holding up. I'm just gonna let it beat a little bit more before we do the test. And I have my mixer right now on speed 3. It was on speed 2 all the time. It's on speed 3. I'm just making sure everything mixed in and pulled together nicely. Okay guys, now for the test to see if our potato is gonna hold up nicely. So basically what I'm doing is I'm forming like a patty, and I'm just holding it. If it's like falling apart, stretching, that means it's not gonna hold up well. This is perfect. If it's falling apart or it's stretchy, too stretchy, and it's not workable, you can always add more cornstarch, or you could add another egg. So I'm gonna finish this off, our mixture. I'm gonna take this out of here, and we're gonna start fill out our potato with our ground beef filling. Okay guys, so this is our assembly line. So we're gonna start assemble our papayas. So basically what I have here, some cornstarch, our filling, and our potato mixture that we just did. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting some cornstarch on my hands so the potato don't stick, and I'm grabbing like a handful of it, and I'm forming a patty. And a nice generous amount you want to get. And just like, you know, make sure you put your hands back. So I'm like making like a cup shape, and I'm gonna add our ground beef to this. So I add about 2 tablespoons because I like a generous amount of filling. I just washed my hand like the ground beef mixture. I don't want it on the ball, so I'm just ducking it back into our cornstarch. And what I'm doing is like closing a clam, bringing the ends together, and roll it nicely into a ball. So like you see that little exposed spot that I have there, I'm just gonna take some additional potato and paste it. And there you have it. So what I'm gonna do next, I have my oil heating up. I'm gonna test this one first to make sure that it has enough egg mixture and cornstarch in it so it doesn't fall apart in the pan. I'm gonna test this one out first before I assemble the rest, because you don't wanna assemble the rest and then it just fall apart on you. So we're gonna test it, make sure everything is intact and good, and then we're gonna assemble the rest and we're gonna fry the rest. Okay guys? So let's just wait for oil to come up and we're gonna do the test fry on this one. Okay guys, so we have some oil heating up here. We're gonna go ahead and drop this one in. And this is our tester to make sure that it's has enough of everything on it. Slowly rotating it in the pan. Remember, we have to be gentle with it, guys, because it's potato. And this looks perfectly fine. It's holding up right into the oil. And we're just looking to get that nice golden brown color on it. So I gently flipped it. I'm rotating it and making sure like all the sides are brown and crisp and nice. You know, anything deep fried in oil can be the best thing ever. Oil makes the difference in flavor. And you can cook it to your desired color of brownness that you're looking for, like how brown you want it. And if you don't want it too brown, you can cook it to that desired color. I'm lightly rotating it back. The potato outer layers is getting crisp and nice. It's a simply delicious treat, in my opinion. It's as good as egg ball. So guys, this color is good enough for me. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this side brown up a little bit more. And I'm gonna pull this baby out. We're gonna cut it and let you see what it looks like inside. And then it's time to feast on it. So guys, this is our finished Rellenos de Papa. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm going to, oh, it's so crunchy, you hear that? I'm just gonna cut into it. So you guys can see it's still very hot. And don't be greedy like me and cut into it right away. Let it cool down a little bit. But this is what it looks like inside, guys. It's simply divine. Look at the fill-in throughout, and then that potato and that crunchy outside. Perfect. It's a perfect bite. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Please like and comment what you like about it if you try it and the taste. Please keep on sharing the videos. I appreciate all my subscribers and viewers. What's wrong with me today? I can't speak. Please like and share for more amazing videos from my kitchen to yours.